Mr. Michael Bloomberg, distinguished guests, friends, global businesses or economy.
I am very pleased to be here among all the captains of industry in New York, the nerve center of global business and economy.
हर्ष का विषय है ब्लूमबर्ग
The Bloomberg Global Business
ग्लोबल
Forum
बिजनेस फोरम ने मुझे
has given me an
की
opportunity to speak to you
और
about India's
संभावनाओं
sentiments and opportunities,
भारत की
India's
अपेक्षाओं
expectations and
और उम्मीदों
hopes, India's growth story,
भारत की ग्रोथ
and
स्टोरी
India's future
और भारत के
direction.
फ्यूचर डायरेक्शन पर अपनी बात रखने के लिए
I am
अवसर दिया
very, very
इसके
grateful
लिए
to
मैं
you for this
उनका
opportunity.
बहुत बहुत आभारी हूँ
Friends,
साथियों
today
आज
you
आप
have
भारत में
once again
फिर उस
the
सरकार को
government
देख
in
रहे हैं
India that went
जो
to the
अपने
people
5 साल के काम
presenting the
के
work
बाद
it had done for 5 years
जनता के बीच
and
गई
came back
और
with an
पहले
even
से
greater
ज्यादा भरोसा
majority
लेकर के
than the last time.
जनता
And
ने
the
फिर से
government has
उनको
given, the people have
सेवा
given
का
us an
अवसर दिया
opportunity to serve them once
आप
again.
लोग
In your discussions,
अपनी
you
बातचीत
often
में अक्सर
you often speak about business
बिजनेस
sentiment.
सेंटीमेंट की बात करें
During these elections,
इस चुनाव में
1.3 billion Indians
130 करोड़ भारतीयों ने
not only
अपना
expressed their
सेंटीमेंट ही नहीं
sentiment,
जताया
but gave
बल्कि
a judgment as
जजमेंट
well
भी दिया है
that
कि विकास
development
ही
was their
उनकी
only and
सबसे बड़ी
biggest priority. And the business
और
leaders
यहाँ बैठे
present here
बिजनेस
today
लीडर
can
समझ सकते हैं
understand that
कि
this very
विकास के
strong
पक्ष में
mandate
ये
in
सबल
favor
मैंडेट
of development
वास्तव में
is in
भारत में
reality
नए
an
अवसरों
announcement of
का
the
एक
new
प्रकट संकेत
opportunities being created in India.
आज
Today, the people of
भारत की
India
जनता
support a
उस
government
सरकार के साथ खड़ी है
that does not
जो
hesitate to
बिजनेस
take
एनवायरनमेंट
the
सुधारने के लिए
biggest and most
बड़े से
harsh
बड़े
decisions in
और
order to
कड़े से
improve
कड़े
the
फैसले
business
लेने में
environment.
पीछे नहीं
Today,
है
there
आज
is a
भारत में
government in India
एक ऐसी सरकार है
that respects the
जो
business world,
बिजनेस वर्ल्ड का सम्मान
that
करती है
respects the creation of
वेल्थ
wealth.
क्रिएशन का सम्मान
Friends,
करती है साथियों
you perhaps know
आपकी जानकारी में
that
होगा
just recently
कि अभी कुछ दिन पहले ही
we
हमने
have decided to
कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स
considerably
में थोड़ी
reduce
कमी
corporate
करने का
tax.
फैसला लिया
This
कि
is a
निवेश
very
के स्तर पे
revolutionary
बहुत
step
क्रांतिकारी कदम
for
है
attracting
और
investment.
इस फैसले के
And
बाद
after
बड़ी
we took
बिजनेस
this
वर्ल्ड
decision,
में
all those
जितने
that
भी
I
लोगों से
have
बात
had a chance to meet
जिनसे
from
भी
the business
मुलाकात हुई
world or speak to
जब
from the
इसे
business world, they all
बहुत ही
consider this
ऐतिहासिक
a very historic step.
इस दौरान
At the same time,
निवेश
to
बढ़ाने के लिए
increase investments,
एक के बाद
the
एक
government has
कई
announced
फैसलों का
several
ऐलान
successive decisions.
सरकार द्वारा किया गया
We have also
हमने
done away
नई
very
सरकार बनने के
recently,
बाद
just after the
अब तक
formation of the new
50
government,
से ज्यादा
done away
ऐसे
with
पुराने
50
कानूनों
old
को भी
laws
समाप्त कर दिया
that
है
were
जो
obstacles
विकास के कार्यों
for
में
development.
बाधा उत्पन्न कर रहे हैं
I would like to remind
मैं
you
आपको फिर
once
याद दिला दूं
again that our
हमारी
new
नई सरकार
government
को अभी
has not been in office
3-4
for more
महीने से
than 3
ज्यादा
or 4
समय नहीं
months. Today, I would like to
आज
say
इस
to
मंच से
all of you
मैं
at this
कहना चाहता
forum
हूं
that
ये
this
तो
is just a
अभी
beginning.
शुरुआत है अभी
There's still a
हमारे
long way
पास
to go. It is a
सफर में
golden
भारत
opportunity
के साथ
for the
पार्टनरशिप करने
business
के लिए
world to form
पूरे विश्व के
partnerships
बिजनेस
with
वर्ल्ड के लिए
India to
सुनहरा
accompany it
मौका
on this
गोल्डन
journey.
अपॉर्चुनिटी
Friends,
फ्रेंड्स टुडे
today India is
इंडिया
in a unique
is in a
position
unique position
where our rapid growth
where our
enables
rapid
us
growth
to
enables
cater
us
to diverse
to
demands.
cater to diverse demand.
Our people
Our
are
people
rapidly
are
defeating
rapidly
poverty,
defeating poverty,
moving up the economic
moving
ladder,
up the economic ladder
and with
with
increasing purchasing
increasing
power.
purchasing power.
Thus, if you want
Thus,
to invest in a
if you
market
want
where
to
there is
invest in a
scale,
market where there is a scale,
come to India.
come to India.
Our middle class
Our
is a
middle
huge
class is
segment
a
of
huge
people
segment
who are
Which segment
aspirational
of people who are
and have
aspirational
a global
and has
outlook.
a
Thus,
global outlook.
if you want to invest
Thus,
in a market
if you want
where
to invest in
the
a
latest
market
trends and features
where the latest
are
trends and
appreciated,
futures are
come to India.
appreciated, come to India.
Our youth
Our
are one
youth
of the
are
largest users
one of the
of the
largest
app economy,
users of the app economy,
from food to
from
transport
food to transport
and from
and
movies
from
to
movies
hyperlocal
to
delivery.
hyperlocal delivery.
Startups are
Are
acing
acing
everything. Thus,
everything. Thus,
if you want to
if
invest
you
in
want to
startups with
invest
a
in
huge
startups
market,
with a
come to
huge
India.
market, come to India.
Our infrastructure
Our
creation
infrastructure creation
is expanding
is
at an
expanding
unprecedented
at
pace,
a fast pace,
from highways to
from
metros,
highways to metros,
from railways to
from
ports,
railways to ports,
from
from
airports to
airports
logistics.
to logistics.
Each sector
Each
is
sector is
seeing
seeing
massive investment
massive
and
investment
tremendous potential.
and tremendous
Thus,
potential. Thus,
if you want to
if you
invest
want to invest
in one of the world's largest infrastructure ecosystems, come to India.
we are rapidly
We are rapidly modernizing our cities and equipping them with latest technology and citizen-friendly
and
infrastructure.
citizen-friendly
Thus, if you
Thus,
want to invest in
if you want to
urbanization,
invest in
come to
urbanization,
India.
come to India.
We have opened our defense sector
like
like never before. If you want to make in India,
want to make in
for
India,
India and for the
for
world,
India
come
and
to
for the
India.
world, come to India.
Friend,
We are building
tens of millions of homes for the middle class, for the poor. This is perhaps the largest housing effort in the world. Thus,
Thus,
to invest in real estate, come to India.
come to India.
Friends,
साथियों,
today the government is investing in infrastructure development like never before, much more than ever done before.
कभी नहीं किया.
In the next few years,
आने वाले वर्षों में
we plan to invest approximately $1.3 trillion in modern infrastructure. Apart from this, we are also spending
भारत के सोशल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर
trillions on social infrastructure.
करोड़ रुपए खर्च किए जा रहे हैं.
The roadmap
भारत की
for a qualitative and quantitative leap in India's growth story has taken a concrete shape. Now, India has set an ambitious target for itself of becoming a $5 trillion economy. Friends, when we formed the government in 2014, then the country's economy was approximately a $2 trillion one.
डॉलर के आसपास थी.
In the last 5 years,
बीते
we have added
इसमें
$1 trillion to this.
ट्रिलियन डॉलर
And now, we have rolled up our sleeves and are working to achieve a $5 trillion target.
फ्रेंड्स
Friends, in order to achieve this ambitious target, we have the capability, the courage, and also
भी है,
the right conditions.
कंडीशंस भी हमारे साथ.
Today, there are 4 important factors that have contributed to India's growth story, which indeed are rare to find all at once. I have to say this is the rarest of the rare combinations. And the 4 factors I talked about are democracy, demography, demand, and decisiveness. If I talk about the first factor, India is witnessing this kind of opportunity, this kind of political stability after decades. when there is democracy, political stability, when the policy is predictable, and when the judiciary is independent, it automatically gives the assurance of the safety and security of investment. Friends, this growth gets impetus from India's demographic dividend, from its young and energetic talent pool. India today is among countries with the largest engineering education base and those that provide the most powerful R&D facilities. As a result of the kind of encouragement that the Indian youth are getting with regard to innovation, India today stands at number 3 in terms of number of unicorns, and this is after America and China. Friends, the third factor is that of demand. As the large population of India is getting economically empowered and its purchasing power is rising, accordingly, its demand is also increasing. For example, for the last few years, the growth of air passenger traffic has been in double digits. As a result, today, India is the world's third largest aviation market. Friends, along with democracy, demography, and demand, the factor that makes India special is decisiveness. Despite being a diverse and federal democracy, in the last 5 years, we have focused on preparing seamless and inclusive mechanisms and transparent mechanisms for all of India. Where there was a complex web of taxes in India, today we have a single tax regime, a single indirect tax regime in the form of the GST, and this has become an integral part of the business culture of the entire country. We have done considerable amounts of work to strengthen the IPR and trademark regime. Similarly, in order to deal with insolvency and bankruptcy, we formulated the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. We will continue to make necessary reforms on a regular basis in order to align tax-related regulations and tax on equity investments with the global tax regime. Apart from tax reforms, the world's largest financial inclusion was done in India in a very short time. Approximately 370 million people have been made part of the banking system for the first time, and this was done in the last 4 or 5 years. Today, almost every citizen of India has a unique identification ID, a mobile phone, and a bank account, and these have resulted in faster delivery of targeted services. It has helped in prevention of leakage and has increased transparency many times over. Friends, in the new India, we have started a sort of a campaign of deregulation, delicensing, and debottlenecking. And it is due to these reforms that India has been performing better in all global rankings. Logistics Performance Index ranking jumped up 10 places. Global Competitive Index ranking took a leap of 13 places. Global Innovation Index ranking improved by 24 places, and most importantly, in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business Index, our improvement in rank of 65 places is unprecedented, it's extraordinary. And friends, you all know very well that these rankings don't improve just like that. We have made improvements at the ground level and simplified our rules.
नियमों को आसान
I
बनाया
will give you another example.
मैं आपको एक उदाहरण
Earlier, it would take years
बिजली कनेक्शन
for
लेने
an
के लिए
industrial unit to get a power connection. And now it takes only a few days to get a new power connection. Similarly, earlier it would take several weeks to register a company. Now, company registration can be done in just a few hours.
कंपनी रजिस्ट्रेशन हो जाता है
I will give you another example of the kind of changes that have occurred in the last 5 years.
एक उदाहरण
In the last 5 years,
बीते 5 सालों में भारत में
we have seen foreign direct investment in India of $286 billion. This is half of the total FDI inflow into India in the previous 20 years. Even the investment that America has done in India in the previous decades, 50% of that investment has been done only in the last 4 years. And that too at a time when the world over FDI inflow levels have been decreasing continuously. In this also, there is another interesting fact. Around 90% of this investment has been done by the FDI automatic route, and 40% is greenfield investment. If the confidence of investors has grown in India and are coming in for a long time, this is what it means. In fact, friends, Bloomberg's own report bears testimony to the changes happening in India. In the Bloomberg Nation Brand Tracker 2018 survey, India has been ranked #1 in Asia for investment. In 7 out of 10 indicators, political stability, currency stability, high-quality products, anti-corruption, low cost of production, strategic location, and respect for IPR. In all of these parameters, India has been ranked #1. Even in the remaining indicators, India's position was among the higher-ranking countries.
Friends, your desires and our dreams match perfectly. Your technology and our talent can change the world. Your scale and our skills can speed up global economic growth. Your prudent method and our pragmatic mind can write new stories in management. Your rational ways and our human values can show the path which the world is looking for. And if there is any gap anywhere, I will personally act as a bridge. Thank you. Thank you very much.